Risk analysis is a technique used to identify factors that may affect the success of a project or achieving a goal. This technique also helps to define preventive measures to reduce probability of this factor from occurring and identify countermeasures to successfully deal with these constraints when they develop to avoid possible negative effect on competitiveness of the company. Let's begin with understanding the term risk. What is risk? The probability that a particular threat will exploit a particular liability. There is a need to understand risk to a system and decide how to control them. If the risk was identified by the customer, link it to the corresponding customer, then identify if the resolution of the risk was committed to and include the commitment date. Properly identify the source of risk that will help you in giving the best possible service to your customer. In the risk identification, which allows you to determine which risks may affect the project and other business process and document their characteristic. Risks generally result from uncertainty. In organization, this result of risk can come from uncertainty in the marketplace, that is demand, supply and stock market, failure of project, accidents and natural disaster. There are different tools to deal with the same depending upon the kind of risk. Risk identification can start at the base and surface level. In the former's case, the source of problem is identified. We now have two things to deal with: the sources and the problem. Risk sources. The sources can be either internal or external to the system. External sources are beyond control, whereas internal sources can be controlled to a certain extent. For example, the amount of rainfall, weather over an airport, etc. A problem. A problem at the surface level could be a threat of accident, casualty at the plant, and fire accident, etc. The process of identifying, assessing, and reducing risk to an acceptable level. It defines and controls threats and vulnerabilities. It implements risk reduction measures and an analytical discipline with three parts, that is risk assessment, risk management, and risk communication. In risk assessment, it determines what risks are. In risk management, it evaluates alternatives for mitigating the risk. In risk communication, presenting the material in an understandable way to decision makers or to the public. Next, what are the benefits of risk analysis? It provides assuring that great risks have been identified and addressed. It results in increased understanding of risk. Mechanism for reaching a consensus and support for needed control. For any risk analysis, four important parameters are required. These are evaluate, examine, and implement and monitor. Evaluate the value of computing and information assets and vulnerability of the system. Threats from inside and outside risk priorities are also evaluated. Thus examine the security countermeasures and costs involved in it. Then implement it and continuously monitor activities and results. Now for risk analysis, persons should be involved who are security expert, internal domain expert who knows best how things really work, and manager responsible for implementing controls. Now next, identify the assets. An asset is an economic resource. Anything tangible or intangible that is capable of being owned or controlled to produce value and that is held have a positive economic value is considered as an asset. Simply stated, assets represent value of ownership that can be converted into cash. Fixed assets are property, plant, and equipment. These are purchased for continued and long-term use in earning profit in a business. Intangible assets are the lack of physical substance and usually very hard to evaluate. They include patents, copyrights, franchises, goodwill, and trademark. Tangible assets are those which have a physical substance such as buildings, real estate, vehicles, inventories, and equipments. Critical assets include people and skills, goodwill, hardware, and softwares. During the SWOT analysis, you will consider a variety of threats to your business. A threat is a forecast environment condition that is out of your control and has a potential to harm your business profitability. A common example is if you import goods for resale, then a negative shift in exchange rate will force up your costs. If you are unable to pass these costs on your customer, then your margin will reduce. So exchange rate volatility could be a threat. Now you can see some threat sources which led to the action which create danger to entire business management. Vulnerability is a degree to which people, property, resources, system, culture, economic environment, and social activity is susceptible to harm on being exposed to a hostile agent. Weakness in the system can be exploited to violate system integrity, security, procedures, designs, implementations. All security countermeasures have the broad goal of adjusting the behavior of potential threats so that they do not pose a threat to the organization. Control accesses are to the target and denying access to the possible threat. Detect any threat action. Assess what has been detected. Delay the progress of any threat, the facility. Respond to any active threat action. Gather evidence for the prosecution, investigation, and training. Now let's have a look at risk control trade-offs. Only safe asset is a dead asset. Trade-off between safety and availability. Do not waste effort on effort with loss of value, and don't spend resources to garbage protection. This make it tough enough to discourage enemy. What are the type of risk analysis? There are two types. One is qualitative and other is quantitative. Quantitative risk analysis includes assigns real number to cost and safeguard and damage. Annual loss exposure, that is ALE, probability of event occurring, and can be unreliable and inaccurate. Quantitative risk analysis is in-depth assessment of what the monetary loss would be to the enterprise if the identified risk were realized. In order to facilitate this analysis, the enterprise must have a good understanding of its processes to determine a relatively accurate dollar amount for items such as system, data restoration services, and man-hour breakdown for recovery and remediation of an impacting event. Now in quantitative analysis, some procedure to follow as firstly identify the value of asset and determine vulnerability and impact, estimate likelihood and exploitation, compute annual loss of exposure and survey applicable control and their cost, then project annual saving from the control. Typically, enterprise with a mature risk office will undertake this type of analysis to drive priority budget item or find areas to increase insurance, effectively transferring business risk. This will also allow for accurate communication to the board and enterprise, which executes to know at any given time the amount of risk the enterprise has assumed. Now, qualitative risk analysis provide a perspective of risk in level with labels such as critical, high, medium, and low. The enterprise must still define what each level means in a general financing perspective. For instance, a low risk level may evaluate to a monetary loss. The dollar ranges associated with each risk level will vary with the enterprise. This must be agreed on term of entire enterprise so what risk is discussed. Everyone is knowledgeable of what each label means financially. Do not confuse the estimate financial loss with the more detailed quantitative risk analysis approach. It is a simple valuation metric for deciding how much investment should be made based on probability monetary loss. The following section is an example quantitative risk analysis. Notice that there is not a deep analysis for each of these inputs. It is designed to provide a relatively accurate perceptive that a risk associated with the scenario being analyzed. Now identify the scope and bound the problem and then assemble the team. Identify the threats and pick from list of known threats. Now next step is threat prioritization, where prioritize threat for each asset are likelihood for occurrence. Now loss of impact, with each threat determining loss impact. Now total impact sum of threat priority and impact priority. Now identify control safeguards, which comes into the analysis with an initial set of possible control. Now associate control with each threat, starting with the high priority risk do not benefit and coverage analysis. Rank control communication result. Most analysis project result in a written report. Now generally not read, then make a good executive summary. Beneficial to tracks decisions. Thank you.